Hey guys, welcome back to this amazing topic. And the topic we're going to tackle with my panelists, it's very controversial, and we are facing it as youths na inatupatia changamoto na inatupatia changamoto in the dating scene. So sit and enjoy this episode. So I think what an introduction. I think you know Debbie is part of the team. She'll introduce herself. Tito Memona in the past episodes. Our new guest. So tunaanza kwa Debbie pale.
So hi guys, I'm Debbie, in and out co-host.
Yes sir, it is what it is. Tito himself, you already know.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Cindy Kyoko. I'm a singer, new guest on the podcast, and I'm loving it. Yeah.
Nice. So tutamuiba alikuwa part of the team.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome. So I think tutaanza na cohabitation. It's very exciting. It's an exciting topic. It's watu wamesema tunangoja kuona mtaongelea nini about cohabitation and how it helps the relationship ama the dating scene ama how it leads to marriage. So unajua sisi kama youths we are going into that stage. Yeah, like marriage, having a partner, tunatafuta kazi and having one partner. At kama unataka kuongeza mwingine it's up to you. So I think tutaanza na Tito. How do you define cohabitation as you?
Cohabitation is when two guys agree to come together and then they are staying together. It's like they've decided to bring their lives their personal lives to a halt so that they come and they move forward together. And this is a binding that they've made that is not legally binding. Ni hao wenyewe wame agree, we can do this, I like this about you. These are people who are in a relationship, to be specific, and they've agreed they are going to stay together, they're going to move forward in future, like they are trying to make a future for themselves together. Yeah.
Are you?
The same.
The same. You, for you?
I'd say cohabitation. It's coming together of two people who are, I think, mutually attracted.
That's male and female.
Yeah. Male and female.
Male
Male.
Yeah.
Male and male can cohabitate.
Wacha tuko too positive na open-minded.
Okay.
Mutually attractive, because what really lies kwa cohabitation is sex.
Yeah.
Like a bigger percentage of it. Stopping your lives individually and then coming together. Muamue saa tutafanya kitu pamoja. Let's try. We see whether it works out or not. Yeah.
Also tusha nini. And so let's look this at this perspective. 22 in process ndio tuelewe. Unajua tukiteleza kidogo it can become an argument. Nataka we row in the same boat. How does this help your relationship moving forward? How does cohabitation help your relationship moving forward?
One, when you start living with someone, you get to know what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah.
Both of you are from different backgrounds. Mnaleta different personalities together.
Yeah.
So let's say if I live with someone, I know whether I'm compatible with them, whether I can see myself with this person in the near future or not. I think that's how you gauge cohabitation on most parts.
Tito. The most basic thing about cohabiting is growth. That is the point where watu wamefika. So you've been moving on your own all along. Let's take it as a relationship, right? Because that is the first definition that we have. It's when two people come together and they are sexually active with each other and then they're moving forward. So this is a point where two people are seeking growth, but in a different way. It's away from the legal way. So I think it's particularly about the growth process. You get to learn how to live with someone because you are heading to a point where unaenda kukua a family man or a family woman and all that. You know how to live with someone, you know how to operate. You just get to develop yourself more and more.
I feel inasaidia inasaidia ukijua this person. So obviously these two people they wanaishi pamoja, wana manifest for something bigger, maybe marriage. So ukijua mtu vizuri as in ushaona ile situation watu wako wanaishi pamoja, then wakiishi pamoja after marriage unaanza kulearn tabia za huyu yenye hutaki na ina end up into inaletanga as in iko na effects zake. So kuishi hii cohabitate huwa inasaidia in that.
Okay, so I think kuna a certain place na za differ with you guys, alafu I'll ask that later. So is cohabitating the same as come we stay? Is it the same language? We're having an argument before we started the set.
I wouldn't say it's the same thing because from my perspective, come we stay, you have to involve a parent. You have to, if you're taking someone's daughter, if you're taking me to stay with you and you're intentionally wanting to start a family, that's why inaitwa come we stay, kuja tukae tupate watoto. So you have to go and tell my parents, nimeenda nikachukua Cindy and I'm staying with her. Cohabitation, tumeamua we're dating, so kuja tukae pamoja. Because we are a generation that dates a lot.
Sana.
Yeah. You'll find 1 week you have this guy, you break up, next week you have this guy, and so you stay with many guys. So is that come we stay? It's not to me. So yeah.
Unajua? People can cohabitate ama come we stay, but you're in that space and you're tolerating other guys. True.
Yeah, true.
It's like talking stages. We can have several talking stages. Do not tolerate other guys or other ladies, but you are najua I want this guy, but you're still tolerating other people.
So let me ask, every time you cohabitate with someone utakuwa unaambia parents wako?
But unajua cohabitation, it's see that you guaranteed you'll marry this person ama you'll have a relationship with this person.
What about come we stay?
Same. You're not guaranteed.
You are.
Yes.
You are not.
You're not.
You're not guaranteed.
Then why do we classify come we stay as a marriage and cohabitation is not a form of marriage?
Come we stay is not classified as marriage.
It is.
Haiko.
Okay.
There's a time where I think I don't know if it's still there, but nakumbuka kuna time walisemaga High Court ruled that if you come and stay with me for more than 6 months, then you become my wife.
But it wasn't ruled, it was an article.
Plus ndo ukwe bibi ya mtu, si ati it's just word of mouth.
It was just an
lazima
article.
Pia kukwe na
It wasn't
papers
ruled.
and everything.
I think so.
Celebration.
But you have to involve wase kama chief. Wanajua tunakaa na huu msee.
And what if it doesn't work out?
If it doesn't work out, you guys just have to separate.
But you don't have the legal papers.
You know, venye nasema ni if you guys have
Makes
stayed for
sense.
6 months, then from there it's considered that mko married, but hamjai formalize, but it's considered wewe ni bibi ya huyu. Ukionekana mahali pengine tunajua wewe ni bibi ya huyu na uko hapa hivi aje.
But according to you, maana yako ya marriage ni nini? Vile una understand marriage na vile ume explain your point.
Marriage ni tricky and I don't even see myself getting into that thing.
So can I ask? Guy ameleta tuseme dowry kwenu. Hapo kuna documents ziko signed?
Yeah.
So is that not a marriage?
It's a marriage, but
It's a process to marriage.
No. Si unaweza lipa mari na usiende hata.
Yeah, you don't marry in church.
Ama usifanye wedding.
Exactly.
Wewe tu ushapelekwa. Hiyo ni according to
But kuna agreement.
that's legally binding.
Kuna agreement obviously. Kuna kitu umepeleka to the other na wanajuana.
So isn't that come we stay?
That's not
Think about
That's
it.
not come we stay.
No, think about it. Kitambo walikuwa wanafanyaje? Mamako ameenda kapelekwa ng'ombe, si ndio? Na wameenda wakasema nachukua mtoto wako naenda kufanya nini? Kukaa na yeye. Hiyo si come we stay.
But remember, see,
Hiyo ni traditional marriage na come we stay together. Yeah, there are witnesses.
Come we stay parents are
not involved.
Hawajui.
So sasa
Just between the two of you, parents, relative, friends don't know.
I think I beg to differ. I really beg to differ.
Najua if I'm going to see your parents na nimewapelekea mahari,
and everything.
That's marriage.
if I've given them that, then we huwezi letewa na mtu mwingine tena.
Yeah. According to
No.
culture, yeah.
But kama ni kamwistay, mimi sijaambia parents wako anything. Sija kutie down to anything that inakuweka we ni wangu. Unaona? So someone else anaweza kuja, okay, tunaweza kuwa tumefanya kamwistay nini. Kidogo tu tukosane hata wiki moja hivi. Kwa mtu atakuchukua. Apeleke mahari Friday. We ni wake, mimi siwezi peleka tena.
So kama mmepeleka mahari kwa msichana wenyewe, mki break up, mahari itarudishwa, si ndio? Okay. Inarudishwa. Yeah. In some communities inarudishwa.
Snooze.
You return the dowry, si ndio? When you return it, ile wealth yote mmeamass pamoja, what happens to it? Don't you have to split it into half?
Unaona
But there's no legal document.
Exactly. You people you're getting, there's no legal document. The only legal binding thing
ni mahari.
Ni mahari peke yake.
How najua anaweza ruka.
Ruka, kuna wazee wa vijiji wamekuja, wazee wa nyumbani walikuwa hapo. The only thing enye naweza sema it's legally binding ni certificate imesainiwa kwa kanisa peke yake.
Or kwa
unajua.
So just a minute. So come we stay, you also have to involve the chief. If you look it up, it's supposed to be there. When you involve the chief anajua watu wamefanya nini, wamekuja wakakaa pamoja. You guys, that is a figure of
marriage.
Not like nitasemaje, figure yenye iko recognized na law.
I agree with you, but ilifika kitambo.
No, it still happens now.
Chief naishi na Eddie. Chief anajua aje.
Okay, atuongelelei sahi like hata uko ndani unajua sahi si tuko kwa urban setting.
Lakini unajua what I can tell you guys, relationships za sahi na za kitambo, they are two different things.
Yeah.
Sindio? Yeah, so I think hiyo tutachia the comment section more advice tutapata from that. So the next question I can ask ni what's your personal experience with cohabitation? Have you ever experienced cohabitation?
No, I have not. Sijawai.
So you don't have any experience about that?
I don't.
What do you think about it?
What do you think about it?
What I think, first yenye mimi nafikiria ni ndo uende uishi na msee. Unafaa uko umeamua, ndo venye Eddie alikuwa amesema usienda una talking stages na watu wengine. So ni decision wewe mwenyewe ukae chini ujiambie kama naenda kukaa na mtu ikwe basi huyu. Obviously you two people mnataka kitu lead into something. Sasa uko hapo for fun or something. So that's my venye naona.
Tito?
I have zero or none experience with cohabitation. One is because I've not let myself kufika hiyo point ya cohabitate na mtu. It's a big challenge. It's a task. You know, I'm someone mwenye nimezoea kukaa peke yangu. So imagine in my house I'm like, now there's someone else in here. Now nafaa sijui kufanya nini. I don't know, I'm just used to operating in a different way. So it's a big task, especially I'm not going to speak on behalf of anything in the past, but I will say it for whatever is going on right now. Say we are at a point where that thing is as difficult as you can imagine to achieve, because people don't want to do it. Guys are not interested in that thing as kitambo. It used to be a pride. Yani wewe mse ako na bibi, mse ako na wife. There was some pride inakujaga nayo. But right now it's considered as a responsibility. Number two, it's a challenge. Number one. And then it comes with its own forms of pressure. At this point I'm not ready for that. You're now wenye wako na nguvu.
Cindy, have you experienced cohabitation?
Yes, I have actually. And I think we need to first realize when you're cohabitating with someone, there are two forms. Kuna ya peer pressure.
Yeah.
People who have actually experienced it, you've stayed with someone, well, maybe you're in campus, you guys moving together, unaona. And then there is ile that's leading to marriage. So those are two forms of cohabiting. So I have, lakini nikagutuka mapema.
A quick question to Cindy. Uliambia wazazi wako?
No, I didn't. You see, that's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, I didn't tell them.
Nice. Unajua mimi my experience with cohabitation, have I ever tried? Yes, at some point, yes. Was the experience good? No. I learned some lessons and also some consequences that have shaped me as a man and how I view relationships nowadays. And what I can say is that kitu ilinifanya, the girlfriend I had that time, she wanted me to play the husband role, but yeye hataki to play the wifey role. Nacheki. In some other circumstances, mimi nataka dem play the wifey role, but for me, I don't want them to play. I don't want to play the husband role. Nacheki. And as a guy, and as a snap, what makes a guy snap? You get pregnant for some instance. Now you guys are cohabiting. Am I ready? I'm not ready. Have I achieved the dreams to sustain a family? No. So for a guy and as a snap, because my idea was for us to have fun sex, something fun. So not just generation, something to fun, some company, maybe bills to share, something like that. Also for you, uwezi kuwa umesema I'm ready for to have a child. Maybe ulikuwa unataka tu. Unajua kuna other types of cohabitation yenye kuna financial cohabitation. Them don't nataka tu someone who will help her financially.
So just to interrupt, yako ilikuwa peer pressure ama what was it?
Mine was the girl wanted cohabitation financially. Someone who was there with her financially. Because back in her mind, she had a child, which I didn't know. Unacheki? An 8-year-old kid. Unacheki? So nilikuja kurealize baadaye the girl has an 8-year-old child. Sijui kume the money I give ni
inaenda kwa mtoto.
You see, na unapata mimi nilikuwa nimeinvest maybe tuna cohabitate tukiprocess the idea of having a home, a good relationship. No. Kuna other guys want to cohabitate in a move to evil until marriage. You see, so kuna different ideas of cohabitation that's going on. Yeah. That was a testimony. So how does cohabitation help a relationship?
So one way in which it helps the relationship is unapata kujua huyu mtu vizuri. Unajua vitu anapenda, vitu hapendi, habits zake. Hivyo one way does not help.
Yeah.
I think unaona kuna watu wanapenda space zao. Kama mtu kama mimi napenda space yangu sana. Ndio maana nikitaka kuenda kukaa na mtu itakuwa a bit challenging kwangu. Juu napenda nikikaa peke yangu, napenda space yangu.
Tito, how does cohabitation help?
Cohabitation is like a process inaitwangaje? Courtship.
Courtship, yeah.
It's more of courtship. So the courtship process inawapiaga kalika orientation ya tukiishi pamoja, this is how we are going to do things, this is as a husband, this is how I like things, and that is the other time when we were talking hapa hivi, when we had the small discussion, when we were discussing, you get to know the orientation ya mtu wako. Sasa kama ni ule traditional, you get to know if she's operating with a modernized mentality or how she is. You get to know if this person can be a mom, if this person can take care of kids. That is how you know how careful, how careless. Yeah, I think that is basically how people get the advantage. Yeah. It isn't courtship process.
And before tuende kwa Cindy, how does it hurt a relationship?
The problem is you guys can get used to each other in a bad way. Yani ile mmezoeana mpaka you don't see a point of
hakuna boundaries.
Hakuna boundaries, and then you don't see any growth father. You see, like, let me use a good example of Bill Gates and the wife. Bill Gates and the wife, they got to a point where they said, we don't feel like we are going to grow further from where we've gotten to. No. So pia nyinyi mnaweza cohabitate for a while and then maybe this idea was bad. But the idea was not bad, it's just that you guys are not patient enough to let the process grow.
I think even before people start cohabiting together, like mnafaa kuongelelea. Let's say we decide we live together. Are we going to have benefits? Are we going to grow together? For my part, naweza sema like cohabiting will truly help if you are intentional with it. Yeah. Are we going to stay for this amount of time? You know, isipokuwa like isikuwe tu mmeenda hapo tu for like hamjafikiria kama mnaenda kuishi pamoja, like mnaenda tu kuishi, tuseme tu tumechukuana tukaenda. Yeah, so if you're intentional with it, it will work. It will be advantageous for you. You set boundaries, you set financial goals together, because what's the point of it if you're not going to benefit from it at the end of it? Unaona?
Very true.
Yeah.
But na feel generation yetu a very small percentage wanakaa chini wanaongelea vitu. Sasa mimi nitakuwa very excited kila siku sex na hiyo ndo makosa watu kufanya. Watu wakae chini kuongelea those things.
Yeah,
a very small percentage.
The first thing you should know, our generation is hypersexual. Hypersexual. It's not normal. It's not normal, to be honest. So I think before you even cohabitate, can we converse? Unaweza, let's say unaweza cohabitate, accidentally you impregnate a lady. Alafu, is this the person ulikuwa unataka to be the mother of your kids? Mtu hata mnaweza kaa chini haizi like ushaona like nataka ule msee si hata intellectual but msee mnaweza kaa chini and have points. Unaweza mwambia ndio hii nimepatia 10k. What can we do about it? Unacheki like msee mnaweza tu ongea. So for me I think in this generation I can judge it from this generation. I think cohabitation doesn't help in any form. It doesn't help a relationship. It doesn't. Unapata we have different mindsets. Tunaingia kwa hivi tu. A guy can enter into a cohabitation due sex.
Yeah, sex, yeah.
Nacheki. Na vile nimesema earlier, our generation is hypersexual. So I don't see it helping. Unapata we have a premature relationship. Yes, we can have those happy moments, right? The honeymoon moments, tunakaa pamoja, tuna share kiberiti, nini, bedroom, toothbrush. But what if to the relationship manifest ingie marriage? Yes, ingie marriage. Unajua that thing haiwezika.
No, but unaona vile mmeanza kusema like you should be intentional with it. First, haungeweza ishi peke yako ndo kujuishi na mtu. You should even ask yourself that before coming together to live. It's taking a lot of effort and energy. Unaona, you have your own life, I have my own life. Why are we even living together first? Instead of saying it's not working, why will you even get married in the first place without staying with someone? You've not even made it for how long? 7 years. Hii 7 years yote si mngekuwa mnishi pamoja for like 4 years. Instead ya kuishi apart, and then unapata you guys have gotten married within 2 years me divorce. What's the point?
Acha nikwambie. From what you said, you
date 7 years bila kuni. Sasa mkwe married as friends.
So, unaona kenye umesema? You've exactly given me a good starting point for what I want to say. Unaona, currently, it doesn't matter if you're old, young, but if you're at the point where you can think and make a decision as an adult, you will understand what I'm about to say. Saa hii, your cohabitation is courtship that we've turned around. True. So, courtship is no more. Now it's cohabitation. Yeah. We have found a soothing word that has made us think that tunafanya courtship, but it's not courtship. So the problem comes in when, I'll say this especially it happens to women sana sana. So these women, utapata dem amekuwa kwa a couple of them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. You know why?
Yeah.
They keep circling back, trying to find the resources that they're lacking. Like they're just circling back, looking for the resources they lacked from the previous
Partners.
the previous partners. Yenye walifika hiyo point ya cohabitation. And they'll keep doing that until they find someone who will perfectly fund their dream.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of funding.
A quick question.
Not really funding.
Let me cut you short. Why do we see a lot of single moms in this generation? What?
And I will repeat it again. Last time nilisema, sahi, if we look at the statistics, we have a lot of single moms and very few single dads. You know why? Because all these ladies, I will use the same phrase they all use all the time. Men are trash, men are dogs, but they are still competing for this ain't shit guy. And they are all getting pregnant for this ain't shit guy, just to prove to the other person that they can also get this guy. But this is the same guy they are calling the ancient guy. You find 5 ladies have kids with one person. Those are 5 single moms, 1 single dad. And utapata, after I've moved from this single dad, this single mom won't settle. I still want to get with someone. I still, maybe mi nataka kuwa na watoto 7. I go ahead again, I get 2 more kids with another person. And this person, maybe amepeana mimba mali pengine. So, we just keep circling around the same ancient guys wenye tunasema wako tu hapo hivyo. That is why we have very many single moms. Yeah.
Alafu, another thing inachangia single moms, the ladies have this notion yenye wanasema ama nikimpatia mtoto anaweza mchange. You see? This kind of, ama nikimpea mtoto atabaki.
Hata niacha.
Ina feeling kama mnaingililia single moms.
No, not really. Another thing is, ikifika point yenye dem anafikiria you can trap a man with pregnancy. You can't. Especially here in Africa, you cannot. We do not have binding laws that zina hold a man close to the kid, responsible, sijui nini. How many ladies do you know kuna kids and their fathers deadbeat, useless ones?
Atujaribu kuingilia, we are saving a generation here. We are tunajua sasa, I mean mid 20s. By the time nafika 30 ama 35, tutakuwa na a very big problem with so many moms wako na watoto wenye baba zao wako deadbeat. We are saving a trend here.
Let me ask you a good question, and then you will say. So let me ask you, if mimi, I've kept myself, I wouldn't say pure, but I've just kept myself. Nimefika 35, no kids, I'm well off, and I'm about to get into something. But you, I like you, maybe you look good or maybe something like that, but you have 2 kids from 2 different baby daddies. So what will make me feel like you're worth my purity?
That's a question.
Tough question.
Mimi, at that point, I'm at my prime. A man in his 30s in his prime. Hapo yendo the prize. Dem akikuwa 18, from 18 to 27. She's at her prime. Hata mimi, kama ni age mate yako hata hakuna kitu nazamsho. I think I've seen my age mates roll around with even like men wenye wako place yenye mi bado hata sijasikia kama naweza fika hapo. So it's a big challenge. And then it gets to that point where me niko at my prime, we are age mates, but you already lost your prime.
Yeah. No maana unasemanga ladies at this time, 20s, 27, at your prime, try and find a man when you'll stick with. Juu kishafika 30. Sasa tukifika 30 sasa sisi, we want those now 27, 26.
Yes.
So uko 30.
We will be the babas.
We'll be the babas.
Okay.
So Dave, what are you saying?
Hiyo point tunasema ati nikimzalia mtoto atachange. Change starts within. Mtu akitaka kubadilika ndo atabadilika. Hata uende wapi ufanye nini haizi badilika. So hiyo ya ati nikimzalia atachange, that's inakuanga it's a very bad thing.
Look at Muslims.
So let me ask. What category will you put a single mom who can finance her life and doesn't want any man? What category will you put that kind of mom?
Our son ndo tunaita empowered women. Hawa ndo empowered women na utapata wase hata hawezi kaa in relationships, hawezi kuoleka.
Hataki relationship
Hataki relationship,
Yeah.
ako na mtoto, ako well off, ako sawa.
I don't,
and
I
as
don't,
much as the man tries haezi fika level yake.
I don't get the dynamics, yeah. This must be a very broken person kwa sababu umefika point yenye hautaki mtu.
Why will you stereotype and say they're broken?
No, that's not.
No, it's not.
You know how to do the literally women who just want to have kids and stay
They
with
don't
their
want
kids.
men.
No man. No,
Yeah.
Sorry, now women a drama. We just don't want. We just want that kid. And one thing I want from is a kid.
Unaona
I don't want you. I want the kid.
And I don't want your money
And I
also.
don't want your man. I just want you to give me a child. Period.
unaona reason
That's
personally
not someone who
neza
is broken. That's someone who understands what she wants.
Now, what does she want?
She just wants a kid.
That's
period.
breaking a man.
No.
If you want a man without a kid, you're broken.
No, that's not.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What about a man who wants a kid without a woman? What do you call that type of man?
ni the same
A broken
guy.
man.
It's a broken man.
We call them a broken man pia.
Hakuna mwanaume anataka.
Wako.
At this point, hata mimi nasema me I want that. Yeah, I would say I want that.
Listen, he
Me would
wants
say I want
that.
that. You
Are
know
you
why?
broken?
No. Hold on.
Are you
No, are you broken?
I'm
Answer
not
the
broken.
question.
Thank you.
I'm not broken.
It's the same
But
women.
for women,
So
listen.
you people,
What
you're
about
stereotyping
women?
women.
Let me tell you this.
place
Let me tell
wametuweka
you
kwa
this.
society.
Women now
This is
are
the
very
place
different.
I'll bring the thing about value. Unaona wanasemaga high value, like women will always go for a high value man. You know, when I'm at a point penye naweza sema I just want a kid but I don't want a woman. At that point I'm a high value man. Mwenye I just want things to flow as I
the way
want.
you want.
No, I'm a high value man. At that point mi niko 40, niko na crazy money and I just want a kid. Do you know I can get any chick I want? Any chick I want, whether she's 20, whether she's 20, whatever. If a 40, let me use the same. If a 40-year-old woman, hata sahi, we have a broken society yenye tunaweza kuwa na yenye tukisema we bring in hypergamy because it will always be desired by a woman. Huyu dem haizi get a 50-year-old man mwenye anamtaka raisi like that, mwenye pia ni a high value man, because this high value man will go for a 30-year-old, a 25-year-old. No, I don't want to handle a 40-year-old who has her money. She's going to mess with me.
Unaona nini Tito? Hii yenye unasema wewe si utakuwa broken ukitaka mtoto with no woman na a lady atakuwa broken. Hiyo ni place mmetuweka kwa society honestly.
Nyinyi wenyewe mmejiweka.
No.
Do you know why? You guys mess with your prime. You mess with your prime and then you get to a point where now you're trying to get back on your feet.
No, you listen. The problem with men is you people, you put all women in the same basket.
Kwa hiyo kitu
I am different, she's different.
na
No, you
tuko na
see,
listen.
Whatever you're going through and everything is all the same.
It's not the same. So you're telling
What
me
I want and what she wants
Tito
are
wants
different.
a kid without a wife.
And
You
you
want a kid and a
unataka
wife.
pia.
What? You guys are literally the same age group. Ni mbona niweke the
Listen,
same
listen,
basket?
Mimi mwenye amepitia na wanawake labda ni tofauti.
inamaanisha he's
Listen,
broken
please,
too.
I'm not broken.
Yes.
I'm not coming at a point where
because I want a kid with no man,
I am broken.
But
Why
you
is
want
that?
a kid with no wife, you are not broken.
I'm not
Why
broken.
is that?
That's double standard.
Mbona unahitaji mwanaume?
Why do I need
People are different
I have-
bana.
I have
Kuna mtu labda ni lesbian or
Ona, sikia,
something.
acha
It's
tuseme
not
hivi,
all
acha
about
tuseme hivi,
men,
listen.
men,
No,
men.
hold up, listen. Unajua, ndio ufike point wewe as a lady, umesema you want a kid without a man, it means you have good money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
at
even
what-
a must. Don't put money.
It's
kwa
not even
juu.
about money.
It's the most basic thing. How
Really
you know
basic, bro.
that is
Yeah.
where this
Basic.
other thing comes in.
It's basic,
You know, you
but
women.
it's not a
As long as
must.
I can
Skia.
take care of that
Skia.
kid and myself.
You know, you women confuse two things: maintaining a kid and raising a kid.
Thank you.
Maintaining a kid is when I can feed you, I can provide for you, I keep you safe, I've given you shelter. I'm maintaining you. But raising a kid is giving the value.
That child,
The
the
child
fatherly
needs a father
guidance.
figure,
Sikatai.
a mother figure.
A father figure.
And don't you think
And
there are
see-
mothers who are fathers?
No, you cannot.
Mother cannot
Cannot be a
You
father.
can never be a
It's only
father.
a man who carries a blessing. It's only a man.
Let's go down.
Guys,
Do you believe
Let's
yeah,
go
I
down.
do believe that.
Honor,
I believe
Skia.
that
I do
too.
believe
Very-
that.
Let's go down to
I do believe that.
statistics. Honor, let's go down to statistics. 70% of people who are in prison are mostly raised by single moms.
Thank you.
You get?
96% of gays,
Now,
male gays.
get it from him. Not my words.
What I can quote my source. It is in the New York Times, 2019, around December.
You get that? If you look at statistics, guys who are raised, boys especially, let's speak of boys. Boys who are raised by single moms, sometimes most of them grow up being bitchy. They can't make a choice on their own. They can't.
They're into their
And ladies and girls who get raised by single moms, they don't know how to prepare a proper meal. They don't know how to be wise. They don't know how to behave around women because all they learn, all they learn.
Can a man be can a man show a lady how to be a female? Can a man show mtoto wake female like hizo process zote za kuwa like akuwe a very well oriented female?
Can a man be a mother also?
Yeah.
No.
It happens. Anaweza
Okay.
kuwa mama.
Hapana,
mwanamke hawezi kuwa baba.
Do you know, let me tell you something.
Umetuweka hapa kabisa.
Do you know, all of you mna put what if in a situation you guys are not looking at some situations. Mtoto amekuwa orphaned. Being an orphan inamaanisha you've lost one parent ama two. Amekuwa orphaned at a young age. Na mama mo baba akatai kuoa. So nataka kuniambia the father won't step in as a mother and a father, ama the mother won't even step in as a dad.
Kuna mama yake, kuna auntie zake.
No, I'm skilled.
Nimekuelewa.
Kuna vitu zingine zenye yes haizi provide ni nini hizo traits and all that.
Mimi nimekuelewa.
But you have to fulfill whatever you can.
Tumekuelewa.
Hey.
Yeah. Unaona, what I'm trying to say is this. Umesema if this kid is orphaned, the father may die, sindio?
Hey.
You know, in this situation, it's a very unique situation. Let me tell you why. Such thing iki happen, there's always someone from the close family who steps up.
Yeah.
And brings in the father figure, especially the uncles, the grandfather
And then
from both sides.
and then you hear
they step in.
wame sexually abused. These are the cases that we're facing right
That is
now.
one in a
That's
million.
true.
That is
Not
one in a
true.
million. That is
Graph
one in a
imepanda
million.
sana.
Si ndio?
Inafanyika.
That is one in a million.
Inafanyika. Kwanza watoto
Hapana.
wadogo wenye wajui.
No,
Ati anko
Inafanyika.
akifika 11 years anaanza kusema anko ni kwa mtoto alikuwa ananifanyia hivi because you're a kid. No one
Imagine
believes
graph
you.
imepanda.
No one believes you when you're a
I think
kid.
that's another discussion. That's another discussion.
We are deviating.
Tumetoka cohabitation.
Tumetoka mbali sana.
I think that's another discussion. Tutapata the comments from the comment section alafu pia discuss after the set about that. So I think the next a question I can ask cohabitate, will you like want that title, the husband role, the wifey role? Can you take it? No. Tito.
Oh, okay. Basically, kama tuna cohabitate, me, I'm not going to refer to it as cohabitation. I'll refer to it as courtship.
Yeah.
If we are getting down in the courtship path, you take your most basic role as a wife. I take my most basic role as a husband. I will take my role and take your role. And it doesn't have to be situational. I get just because I do something, so you do it. You wanted to be part of this courtship, just take that part. So that if I fail as an individual, you don't say isikuwe ati ilikuwa situational. Just take your role, I take my role.
Nice.
I think me it depend on the guy. sasa unajua ndo mimi ni portray hiyo ni ya wife, pia wewe unafaa pia sema provide, acha niseme provide juu hiyo ndio inafanyika commonly. So nikiona wewe unaenda job, una provide and everything, unafanya vitu these husbands wanafanya ama our dads do, pia mimi nita step in na nitafanya what wives supposed to do.
No, I won't assume a role of a wife. You have to marry me first. I won't.
Another big one. I'm out.
So lazima wewe wakuoe ndo
Marry me first.
So-
Hata mimi niolewe na mtu. That's when I'll assume a role of a wife.
a quick question I can
Yeah.
ask.
So to
So-
cohabit wewe utakuwa unafanya nini?
Nani
Just be
amesema?
looking cute, makeup.
I'm not going to be cohabiting with anyone.
This is a kind of man.
I'm not.
So you are not going to court.
No.
You can court
Tito
without
said
cohabiting.
nowadays we've taken courtship to be cohabitation.
But
What
it
I'm
is very
going to
specific.
what I'm going to do different is I'm going to be courted by a man who understands courtship.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Those men, our men don't exist.
They
kweli.
exist. They do
Kwani unioni
exist.
hapo?
Unataka kukalia ng'ombe, si ndio?
If you don't understand courtship, basi wewe enda cohabit na mtu mwenye anataka cohabitation.
Now, let me ask a quick
Uko na
question.
mtu?
Let me ask you a quick question. Umesema like you want someone like a responsible guy akukot, ndio? Let's say mnakuna cohabitate, ndio? Will you allow yourself to have sex before marriage?
Yes, because I'm sexual. I'm not going to sugarcoat exactly. I'm sexually active. Let's assume. Sindio? Ati juu tunaishi na msee because that's a part. Si tumesema that's a huge part of cohabiting. So it's the same as dating. Ukidate, you don't have sex with your partner.
Kuna sasa kama sisi tuko
Me, I don't.
bikra.
Unaona sasa
Ikra na mazee.
Tito.
so your story roles, that is where the biggest problem comes in. Like you said, you need to find someone who mwenye atakukot poa, so the thing is that let's take an example of a place like Kibera. So Kibera is a very big slum, and ukienda Kibera you'll find watu wanaishi kwa a very tiny house, and unasikia ni bibi, the father, the wife and 4 kids ama 5 kids.
Yeah.
How do you think these people survive? Now watu wana survive, see they grow, they develop until these kids get to an age where they sprout
go,
wanna go out. What happens in such situations is because these people have taken the most basic role. This wife takes care of the kids. This husband provides. That is the best way unaweza chukua story ya roles. Na unaona watu wana survive. That is how important roles are. So if you don't pick your roles, you are very likely to fail. In whatever way mtatry kusugarcoat, you try to do it.
Yeah.
I think venye alisema being intentional. You only take roles when you're intentional with what you want.
Thank you.
The problem with ladies these days, you
if we
take
move
roles
in together-
when it's situational.
Yeah.
And if we move in together,
Ladies take roles when it is situational. Agree?
no.
It is. You said you
What are your intentions
wait.
of moving in with
Hold
me?
up.
What are my intention of
Wait a
moving
minute.
in
Wait a
with you?
minute.
Yes.
If my intention is to be all wifey and all stuff, then fine, I will. If your intention is just to come, just pass time, tuongeze miaka, and then everyone moves out, then
Because-
She agree.
I'll only pick my role when I'm intentional.
Because
of what I want.
let me add on to what she's saying. Because once you guys decide to move in, the guy will get lazy, hataki hadi kuweka marriage at the forefront of his mind, sindio? Because when you caught me, utasema udem manze mimi nataka udem tuendelee like nini akwe wife wangu. You want to make me your wife, basi do that shit, let it happen. You see?
Nikuulize Cindy.
Uh,
Si wewe ukiingia into courtship unataka lead into something else, ndio?
Yes.
Sasa mbona usionyeshe this? Hata huyu mtu
So inamaanisha nijitoe kwangu mimi naenda nafulia mtu. We are saying listen, we are just assuming basic because he said basic roles. What are the basic roles of a wife to you?
Basic roles.
nyumba and everything, but so umesema unataka lead into marriage,
So
mbona usionyeshe mtu what you will do akikoa? Unataka ifike siku ndio kuonyeshe.
Sasa inamaanisha kama anafaa kumwonyesha what I'm going to do inamaanisha ni move in na yeye.
Sasa sikia.
Wakati wa our parents, did they do that?
Walifanya hivyo Luke.
Okay, maybe yours, mine didn't do that.
Hukuwa pale when yours.
They told me, and I've been told by my grandparents pia, they didn't do that, and I've been taught, if you want a man to come to you, mbono si act kama lady, why should they go and tell a man to move in together?
Unajua nini? The first basic thing, unajua ndo mseme mnataka kufanya courtship. You want to cohabitate. What is the most primary intention? Is
marriage.
Thank you. Then if you know we are going to get married,
Let's practice it.
practice it.
I practice it by getting out of work,
by
cooking for you, and you've not yet put a ring on it. No.
And why do you
Kama na provide.
Mimi sijakuuliza provide. Why am I working?
Jina amtaki je?
Why am I working for myself? Why am I working?
8 to 5. Alafu bado I still come with the things.
I understand
And
that.
then at the end of it,
understand
a
the
minute.
things that I'm supposed to
We
do as a
understand.
wife with no ring on my finger.
We understand.
Thank you.
Let me ask her. Do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
You have a boyfriend? Okay, sawa. Endelea.
My point, acha niulize tu swali moja. Let me tell you something. Wewe utajuaje mimi ni good husband?
Kwani nikuulize nikikudate sijakuwa nikiona attributes zako?
Na nikificha?
Am I dating? Kwani utaficha attributes zako for 3 years?
What if I know?
Wow.
No, kuna zile
Those are minor things.
Sleepovers once in a while.
Those are minor things. Snoring.
Listen.
Unajua mimi nashangaa.
We don't have to move in together for you to court me.
Tumeelewa.
Mimi niko na swali moja.
We are dating and it's still fine.
Mimi niko na swali moja. Nauliza. So let's say we are doing courtship ama hiyo cohabitation as we want to put it. So tunaishi no, it's the same thing. It's just that we sugarcoat it and make it look different.
It's been turned around.
It's one and the same thing.
It's not.
Why am I quoting you?
It's not different.
Okay.
So my question. Let me just ask my question. So when we are doing whatever we want to call it, so mimi nitakuwa na osha vyombo ama nitakuwa na fua ama nitakuwa na pika.
Ukiishi peke yako. No, Eddie, ukiishi peke yako unapika. So unaitanga mama fua. Let me ask you something. When I'm the wife, I do that.
When I have a ring on this finger.
Muslims do this. Let's take for example Muslims, they don't even cohabitate, si ndio? Ni hao watu wanasema nini? Hata hao watu wana date, they don't date.
Hao watu mnaletwa gia pamoja.
So why would you make something that wasn't normal back in the day to be normal now?
Let me allow me to ask
Cindy, honestly, ilikuwa normal.
Allow me to ask a question.
It wasn't.
Allow me to ask a question.
Eddie,
allow me to ask a question. Umesema you won't do the wifey roles when we are cohabitating, ndio? Will you expect me to do the husband roles?
No, I don't.
No.
Please,
so
I
what
don't.
is the point?
What is the point?
Then what is the point?
Because we are not cohabitating, we are caught in each other, Eddie.
Courting is
Hiyo ndo courtship.
cohabitating.
Hiyo ndo
turning
courtship.
around here.
No.
Hiyo ndo
They are
courtship.
two different.
Ndo maana nawaambia
What is courtship?
okay, let's look up the meaning of courtship.
As a lawyer, what is courtship?
Literally, they are two different things.
As a lawyer.
No, let's look up the meaning of courtship. Sawa. Yeah.
Kusha mfanyangi hivi tu honestly.
Acha nikwambie, cohabitation is courtship in the wrong time. 22 year old una cohabitate uende wapi? 22 year old una cohabitate uende wapi?
But inafanyika sahi. Tusiongee ni kama ifanyiki. Inafanyika kabisa.
I have the best example. Tyler Mbaya na ule demu yake wa Manits.
Hao
walikuwa na do.
Atiwa guy. God.
Walikuwa na do.
Hao walikuwa na hiyo cohabitation.
Walikuwa na
walikuwa na court.
Sini court.
Walikuwa na cohabitate na same time wana court.
What? So you mean I can court you from your mother's house?
Siniishi kwetu. Sai example yangu. Siniishi kwetu.
Mbona peke yake? Mbona usikuje?
Eddie inafanyika.
Let me tell you,
courtship na cohabitation, it's something imevataniwa tu.
You guys, we are Africans. Sisi ni wa Africa, like hatujaambiwa tangu tukue watoi ati kuna kitu kama courtship. Ukigrow up, hata watu wangapi hawajafunzwa kuhusu sex na parents wao? Very many. You have to learn when you grow up. That's the same way when you get kids, you'll tell them, don't go and live with a man. You see,
imagine it happens.
Wait, mbona unaambia watoto wako ama utaambia watoto wako age ikifika end uishi na mwanaume?
So as a generation doing cohabitating right now, it's
wrong.
It's wrong.
Yes.
It's wrong actually.
Unakuja tu kama kutoa mtaani kwa haraka.
Unajua
umelipa mahari.
Unajua bana, kama wewe ni mtu mchafu na fakingi tu hizo masiku.
Hauwezi fake vitu zingine.
Hizi ndio effects ya taking in a negative way.
Ukikana msee vizuri utamjua vizuri.
Unajua
I'll get to know you when the times you
Limo na mimi mwenye nakaa kwetu, mtu mwingine anakaa kwa but ninamjua. Hiyo ndo courtship sasa. Siishi na yeye.
Mtu mwenye anakaa kwao kwanza achana.
Unajua kitu amesema ni
kwa wanakaa peke yake as an example.
Cindy amesema she cannot assume the roles of a wife kama ujamari. So I'm just asking you, why should I marry you and I don't know even if you can cook? I don't even know if you can wash. I don't even know if you are tidy. I don't even know nini tunadu. Why am I nikupeleke what confidence do I have to go and introduce you to my dad, my uncles, and I don't even know if you can cook? And I'm telling you,
okay, so
I can't do that.
How do you act around my friends?
Oh, that's part of dating. You'll take me around your friends and all that.
Hapana. Na tuseme for example, ukikujanga si unakujanga masilipova nini. People don't get to come. Ndajua aje utahandle wageni aje. Let me tell you something. I'm a very social being. Kanisa wana respect. Soon taingia politics. Utakaribisha aje watu wao.
Bibi.
Do you know you are going to affect my future? Probably my political career anasema kuna bibi na ringa. Ndajua aje. How will I know that one?
It's really
hiyo story ya kusema hata ukisema mimi I expect mimi as mtu mwenye nakukot ni kuprovide
financially and everything.
How do you not expect that yet? Well, you will blindly get into a marriage ya mimi unanionaga tu, maybe I just look good, I can buy food once in a while, umekula, but you don't even know where I get the money. You don't even
know. Okay, how long have we been courting each other?
Let's say I caught you for about a year, but a year is too short for me to fake. I can fake for even 2 years.
2 years sitakuja kulala kwako nikakupikia.
Umesema?
Okay, we're talking about sleepovers, sindio? There's a difference of sleeping over. These guys are mixes or terms. Ukija kwako sleepover for 2 days. Atuko happy.
We can do weekends.
Hey.
Lakini acha niulize Cindy, venye umesema you don't do the wife.
Kupika sasa hiyo si wifey role.
That's a wifey role.
Oh my God. That's just a do you know?
Unatarajia nikiwa ndaipika?
Tradition yenyewe na wakubali msipike. Hiyo nao tunakukubali.
Tunamtoa hapa.
Imagine hata mimi siwezi kubali ati husband wangu ingie kitchen nipike kaniko. I can't do that.
Husband, sio boyfriend.
You see, those are two terms.
Mimi sijiongeli. I am very out.
No, here we are not talking about boyfriends. We're talking about husbands and marriage and cohabiting, of which cohabiting is not something that is it's not supposed to be normal. It's not supposed to be.
Cohabiting ujoa ujama.
It's
still your boyfriend.
Exactly.
Mina insist on your story roles kwa sababu if I would give a good example, I'll use myself as an example kwa sababu you know, we cannot say we've not seen someone out here. You know, there's a difference between good food and spiced food.
Yeah,
beautiful.
God bless you, my brother.
So, shida ya madem wengi sahi, I know how to cook. No, umejaza spices zote za tropical heat kwa nyumba.
Paprika, done.
Zote.
Garam masala,
even how
anapika na matumbo na maini yote ndani. Done.
So, chakula ina taste kama boom.
You need to get serious. For example, I'll give you a good example. One time I had a guest. I'm not going to particularize ilikuwa what kind of guest. And we are supposed to cook. Sema utakula food gani? Mimi napendaga matumbo nina okay. Utapika sawa. Unajua alikatakata na akaanza kukaranga kama nyama.
It was like this show I saw. Kamenegoro was
Alikuwa anashoa omena
na soap bana detergent. Nitaumwa na tumbo kwa hiyo nyumba itahara.
Was born rich.
Maybe anafanya hivyo kwenye kamera.
Maybe it was doing that for the clout and all that.
Spoiled brats.
Anaweza kuua kwa nyumba.
Spoiled brats.
But you cannot tell
It
me.
was just for the content.
Lakini honestly history
People do that.
ina impact.
Ina impact. But there's one question. Nyinyi wote wenye mmekubali kufanya cohabit, I want to ask you, when you get kids, will you really tell them go and cohabit with that man?
Mimi nimesema
No, just answer yes or no.
cohabiting at the age of 22, 23, 24, 25 it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Mimi siwezi muadvise cohabit sahi. Na if you want to cohabit, be intentional to whom you want to cohabit.
Ama umlete home tujue.
Yeah.
Tuifanye venye inafaa.
Mtu anaweza uliwa.
Yes.
Mtu anaweza uliwa.
Useme hivyo.
Tuifanye venye inafaa.
Mtu anaweza uliwa ati mna cohabit, mmependana. We have seen these incidents. Wenye let's say you're staying with a lady. Alafu ameenda aka tolerate another guy mahali. Unampiga tu.
Unaona.
Unasema I have a right to I call her my wife juu tunakaa na yeye. So unasema she's my wife na hujamuoa. Unacheki.
So watu nyumbani hawajui.
Watu nyumbani hawajui.
Then sana wenyewe ana go missing, parents don't know even where to start looking for someone.
True, yeah.
So unajua tulikuwa nasema cohabiting makes our relation like inafanya relationship hizo zinakuwa premature. Like unasema she's my wife hujamuoa. Akifanya makosa kidogo unampiga. Unacheki. Na hujamuoa.
I will also say cohabiting leads to a lot of violence in relationships.
Unajua shida ni unaona when it at a point where okay mostly na affect madam. Mimi sita sugarcoat hata for 1 second. Kwa sababu sometimes unapata madam sasa unasikia the thing that is going on is that mimi nataka mtu ataniprovidea, mimi nataka sijui nini. So you're basing excellence of someone, like the excellence of being a husband with how much this guy can provide how good this guy can provide. No. And then you compare these other guys to what's below the standards. And yet this guy could be that good. But anyway, you should not go and take a woman who is him provide. Yeah. You see? That is the point. But when you get and rush into these things. Yeah, so tukimalizia.
So let me just add something. Kuna stages to marriage. And what we fail to ama kitu tunafanya wrongly is skipping parts of the stages. For example, first stage dating, courtship, introduction. After introduction and you want us to live together, then fine, we can. Yeah. Then engagement, where you propose, and then now marriage. Nasa we should stop skipping some steps.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like there's something I read here. It's like ignoring long-term responsibilities with short-term responsibilities.
Cheki sasa wewe una expect niende ni ku introduced kwenu na sijajua kama unaweza pika au kuna
no introduction is basically introduction is basically my parents has to know I am with you. If anything happens niuliwe kesho nipotee
wewe ndo
mtoto wetu wako wapi?
Sijajua familia kama that. Huyu alibabi next.
No, kama after introduction unataka kuniweka hiyo period ya 1 year tukae nawe, that's fine. As long as my parents know I'm with you.
I can do the wifely duties.
Nice.
That's the point I can do the wifely duties after introduction.
That conversation can never end.
Kwa nini kuintroduce na sijui?
Yeah.
I don't get the point.
Let's move to the
I don't get the point. It's like let me just say one last thing. So tuseme I have a child. Let's put it like this. Mtoto wangu tuseme ni bubu na mimi sijui. Na mimi nampeleka shule. What is the point? Atajua aje? Haski. Haongei na mimi nampeleka shule. What is the point? Sinafaa nijue orientation yako ni gani? Wewe ni bubu, let's go to hii shule ya mabubu. You don't know how to cook. Circle back and go get some skills.
Yeah, now let's go to the incident tukimalizia. I know this is a very huge topic na tunaweza fanya the part 2 another time. So let's go. What are the incidents yenye cohabitation inaletea mse? So I'll start to give you the overview. Let's say I have a girlfriend and we are now cohabitating. I happen to give this girl a child, ni impregnate, sindio? Na she's not the ideal lady I want, sindio? Tumekaa pamoja and nikaona she's not the person, and in that space nimempatia mtoto. 2 minutes of heavy breathing can determine my entire life. 2 minutes. Nimembegrant to them with 2 minutes, my honest work. 2 minutes. Nimefanya hiyo dem nikampea mtoto, si ndio? Like imagine any that's an incident in a room maisha yangu ama yake. You see? So what are other incidents in the cohabitation is a later in someone's life?
I'd circle back to violence. Investing too much is something most people do in cohabiting.
Yeah.
You feel like you've provided so much for this chile, even men are abused too in relationships. People don't get that.
Very, very much.
Yeah. So you find that you've given time, energy, finances, and the moment this person doesn't work out for you, want to leave them, unapata violence inatokea. So people get quiet, you say people won't believe you, and then you stay in such a relationship. So yeah, violence.
This is something you guys said about broken, and something I said something about like broken people. So I think being in too many and toxic ones leads to this category of people we would put as broken people. So those are the torn apart people. Those are the guys wenye mnasema sasa, if it's for men, unapata ako very toxic because this person has seen traits that are unspoken, has seen characters that cannot be imitated again. Yani ameona yake yote. This guy's been to Hollywood and back because of this thing of back and forth. So it really messes with the mental ya mtu sana. So that is a disadvantage.
You're okay. Yeah, so I think tukimalizia, I know this is a very huge topic, hata tuja exhaust, inaweza chukua hata 2 hours, but we want to, for the sake of the concentration span of our listeners, we shall cut it short. Lakini sasa, what can you advise someone, let's say a youth, what can you advise them about cohabitating and you're leading on to a successful relationship? Cindy?
First, if you've never tried it, don't try it. Actually, just do it with intention, because these things, like, some end up really ugly and messy, even maybe to death in some instances. So if you really want to cohabit with someone, talk first before getting into it. Yeah, and don't think there's anything else. That's the most important thing. Talk about it.
Tito?
Yes, it's very clear and very simple. A man in your 20s, don't get into that nonsense. Wachana nayo. Get to your prime, your 30s, huko ndio mahali utaanza to think about it. For ladies, be humble.
Period.
Get into it at an age kabla hujakuwa delusional because of society, so that you get it right.
Nice. Do you have any advice you can give?
Vinisinda amesema anaweza advise mtu pia asi get into it. Ndo pia usiskip your courtship process ita lead into marriage. Yeah.
Nice.
Kaa tu kwenu.
So let me put the parting shot.
Jina utaki.
So people don't realize how relationships are traumatizing and ziko na kazi tu mob. People don't realize that. We tend to ignore kabisa. And Tito amesema, if you're in your mid 20s ama 20s and you're a guy, don't get yourself into cohabitating, hizi vitu za cohabitating. It's a lot. Mi siwezi sema I can do a husband role and I'm in my mid 20s. Unacheki? I have not settled my finances, just sort my life as a guy. I'm not in my peak. Sitakupatia kitu unataka. Unaona? So hiyo ita lead to a premature relationship yenye tutaenda kufukuzana huko mbele. Na itakuwa na so many divorces, so many things, tutakuwa na watoto, so many mixtures. Unacheki? alafu let's say tuko on our mid 20s. For example, for me, I was introduced to someone's mom. Alafu niko in another nini inaitwa aje, cohabitation. Tena introduce to another. Nikifika 27 sitakuwa nimeintroduce how many moms? Sitakuwa umejua watu wote. So I think if you're in your mid 20s, I mean your 20s mazee, try and find yourself first. Hata for our ladies, I think wako in their peak from 25 to 30.
18.
Hata 18. 18 hapa 18. Wewe utashikwa na chief. So
Pierre McKenna aliolewa akiwa 18.
Nani?
Pierre McKenna.
Is the relationship still strong?
Wow.
Bro,
Kuna
women
feel
are in their
sahi.
peak from 19
Yeah, from 19 to
until
30.
24.
Until 24. 30.
Imo. 29 huko.
29 hapo hivi.
I'm being bro danganya.
Hapana, 24 z.
That is the best prime. Hiyo ingine ni post prime.
24 z.
Yeah, so I think you've learned something from this episode. And nitawaleta for part 2 ndo tuendelee to discuss about this deep and deep. Ndo tuelewe kitu. Unajua in this generation sasa kusaidiana and knowing there are too many broken people huku nje, relationships zimewashinda, watu wanataka peke yao. It's too messy and sex. We are too involved in sex with people we don't.
Yes, trap.
Tuko tu strap mambo, jueni mambo za soul ties ni nini, mjue kabisa. So I think tutasema social media handles zetu alafu we sign out.
So guys, vibe with the Instagram. Alafu to our listeners, zile topics mnataka tucover yenye hatuja nini bado, mweka hapo kwa comment section.
Yeah.
Yes, Tito himself everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. You can join my Twitter spaces every weekday asubuhi at 7 a.m. Split different topics and everything. Yeah, it is what it is. You already know.
Cindy Kyoko, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, only those.
Nice. And I also want to say a special thank you for those who are supporting us to buy a mic. Will note our pay bill number hapo chini. And also I want to say a big thank you to our super director Sam Pale and also our
Disciplinary committee.
Our creative sponsor, everything Nemo. Thank you so much kututafutia my guests and also for everything, and also for the team members wale wengine who are not here with us. Thank you for our lawyer pale. Tutashout out kila mtu. So I think I want to shout out to Johnny Isaiah, is Kalista band, the band, and also girls that branch. Yeah, I think that's it, and see you on the next episode.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.